I have company coming this weekend. Luke Palioka from up in the northern part of the country is coming. And one of the things that he and I talked about doing probably about a year ago now was making a trailer out of a refrigerator that he brought me. And we used a Philco, and he started calling it Phil. And we kind of, you know, joked around about, yeah, we're gonna make something out of that. And I mean, more than joking, we was kind of mocking it up and stuff. And I got things around here. I got axles and wheels and stuff. So I was thinking, well, one of the things about this refrigerator, I took the motor out of it, and when I did, the top of it was so heavy that I put it on a trailer, and it just top heavied out and rolled around in the driveway. So it must have an awful lot of weight. And since the motor's out, that weight must be inside the body of the refrigerator. And my thinking is that I want to cut the back off of it. This thing is made like well, you can see how deep it is compared to how deep it actually is. So there's a bunch of something in the back of this refrigerator, and if I had it out of there, we'd be kind of more ready to work on it. And it would be, you know, if Luke comes over here and we're grinding and stuff, it's not going to be nearly as much fun as if we're designing a trailer. So what I thought I might do is move this around to the garage and cut that back off of there myself. See, it's a big flat back here. Got a section that could be taken off, and that might give me some access to the back of it. And I was thinking of what I can move it with, and I just remembered I've got an old, it's not even a real trailer, but it is, I mean, it's kind of a trailer that I built that I used to set the Cadillac engine on when I had it, when I was just building the rat rod. And it's basically it's a trailer tongue and an axle and a bunch of stuff kind of rigged together. Nothing like a real trailer, but you know, a homemade piece of something that I made. And I was thinking, well, I could go get that, bring it around here. I might could tumble that onto the back of that and haul it around without having to pick it up or get my pickup truck in there where it's at. And maybe that those axles, they're on a little short shaft, they might be just about right for making that trailer. So I'm gonna take a lawnmower around and have a look at it. And if I think it might work, I'll, you know, I also used that thing for, some of y'all remember, I had a bunch of Volkswagen bodies around here. Especially I had a red convertible body and some other bodies. And I used to put those bodies on this trailer and move them around the yard. Some of y'all will remember that. But anyway, I'm gonna go get that trailer and have a look at it. Possibly use it to move that refrigerator with, and even possibly use the axles to build whatever we're going to build with. So I'm gonna run do that right now. Now this doesn't, I don't think this has a, it has a tongue on it, but I don't think it has a hitch. But maybe I can figure out a way to hook it to the tractor and drag it up there. Tires up around here so that his boy could ride his motorcycle around here without running into any of these trailers. Kind of, you know, made him like a little circular racetrack here. They're just perfect. If I had a way to hook that to the back of this, and if there was a hole in it, I'd put a little piece of chain on it, but there's not. I have to think about this. Oh yeah, here is a hole right there. So if I had a piece of chain, I could put it in that hole, chain it to the back of here. I think I can go into the house and get one. I'll move the, yeah, I'll just run and get me a little piece of chain with a couple of hooks on it. And yeah, that'll work. So what I can do, I don't really see a small piece of chain, but I could take this cable, it's heavy enough to stick through that hole and loop it up into the back of the trailer hitch hole in the back of this tractor and suspend that piece off the ground and then pull it up here. I've got trailer hitches and tongues. In fact, I got a trailer tongue out in the side room, and I've got trailer hitches hung up in places back here. Yeah, we can come up with something, but just getting that here, and then getting that fridge on it, that'd be pretty cool. Let's go do that. By the way, my boat is back here, the pretty purple boat, and we haven't used it this year because our boat dock, our local boat dock over at the lake, is so messed up. And we really had a hard time getting it in and out of the water last time we used it. And me and Honey Baby have been talking about selling this and buying like a little aluminum, some kind of a bass boat similar to what we have down in Georgia. That boat is so much lighter than this fiberglass boat. Now this fiberglass boat is pretty interesting. It's an old vintage MFG. Seats are really nice. And I figure, well, it's an awful nice boat, even if it's maybe not the boat for us any longer. You know, since we're kind of getting older on top of everything else, it makes it harder to manhandle a big heavy boat. And the boat ramp is all messed up. So I'm thinking before the weather turns brutal, I might pull it up there and clean it up and redo the cover over it, put some gas in it, crank it, make sure it's running good, and then maybe come spring sell it. And if I get enough money out of it, I can use that money to invest in a lighter boat. Or another option would be to buy a boat that was it didn't have a motor but was a lighter boat, and we got that's a good 70 horsepower motor. We could take that motor off and put it on another boat. The biggest problem with that is I'd really like to have that boat, our old boat, be preserved. I think it might be easier to sell with that motor on there. And I mean, I'd love to. I know a guy up the road that he collects old antique boats, and he'd probably love to have it, especially if it's all up and running and in good shape. So I might make a ride up there and talk to him too, just see if he's interested in acquiring our boat. Now let's see if I can get this out of here. I just set the camera over here. Ease this out around those tires and things. Well, something ran the battery down on my Jeep, but I think I can get that trailer backed in here without moving it, and then I'll put a battery charger on it. Also walk this out to the edge here a little ways. Only bleeding a little bit. Man, that thing is heavy and top heavy. Good grief. Got to roll it down here. Board feels like it weighs quite a lot.